The FBI is releasing new details about the deadly terror attack on Bourbon Street in New Orleans on New Year's Day.
Yeah, investigators say they aren't looking for anyone else connected to the attack and believe 42-year-old Shamsud-Din Jabbar is the only one that carried out the attack that killed 14 people and injured dozens of others.
This morning, we're getting a look at some of the victims, loved ones revealing the names and faces of 9 of the 14 people tragically killed just hours into the new year. A former Princeton football star, an aspiring nurse, a loving father of 2 among the lives lost in that horrific attack.
Investigators say the suspect, Shamsud-Din Jabbar, a Beaumont native, acted as a lone terrorist when he drove a rented pickup truck into the crowd. And we're getting a look at images of Jabbar on Bourbon Street before he got behind the wheel. Investigators say leading up to the rampage, Jabbar had posted videos on social media declaring his support for ISIS.
This morning, a KFDM exclusive. The brother of a man responsible for the New Year's Day deaths and injuries says these actions were completely unlike his brother. Sydney Ferguson has reaction.
I'm still shocked by the whole thing. It still doesn't seem like it actually happened.
14 people dead and dozens of others injured after a truck plows through New Year's Eve celebrations on New Orleans Bourbon and Canal streets. 24-year-old Abdur Jabbar assumed someone was having mental health issues or was angry. He didn't think the driver would be his own brother.
I just dropped my phone and crawled into a corner somewhere and started crying.
With an 18-year age gap, Jabbar says he and his brother, 42-year-old Shamsud-Din Jabbar, weren't always close, but had grown closer since their father suffered a stroke in 2023.
He was coming around a little more often to check on him and if there's anything he needed.
Jabbar says his brother was kind, caring, and compassionate, a description completely opposite to how the world has come to know him. Since the deadly attack, the FBI has found evidence Shamsud-Din talked about killing his family as well.
That's unbelievable, honestly. I can't imagine him doing anything like that.
Jabbar says his brother only returned home to Beaumont 2 or 3 times a year. The last time the siblings saw one another was 6 months ago.
Everything was just how he had always been with me and around the rest of his family, you know, full of love, well-mannered, well-tempered, helpful.
While the family's imam says Shamsud-Din seemed different, Jabbar says he showed no signs of the acts he would commit on New Year's Day.
He grew out his beard and he became more modest in his dressing. Nobody's seen anything like this coming.
Jabbar says he isn't sure when his brother may have become radicalized, but it isn't something his family condones or believes in.
This is completely out of character for him, you know, these actions. And they're also not any type of representation of what it means to be a Muslim.
Jabbar says his brother's actions aren't the essence of who he was, but it is a legacy he leaves behind. In Beaumont reporting, I'm Sydney Ferguson.
The brother calls what happened a tragedy, and he says his family's prayers go out to those affected.